Hi.
Hey Val, how's it going? I hope you've had a good day. And here we are.
Hello, hello.
Hey Bear, how's it going? So, after Sus and Bear and Lisa,
Someone's excited to start Death Stranding.
yes.
Oh, you are doing Death Stranding. What happened to GD Fallen Order?
Well, there we go.
Dave, you're too early. My food hasn't even arrived yet.
Well, we've got some cutscenes to get through this evening, so I thought I'd start a little bit early. Also, I might be mildly excited about playing Death Stranding again. So to answer
How dare
Val,
we bullied him into playing this?
well, okay, yeah, there we go. Basically, Sus answered the question. I was kind of, sort of, mildly
Hi, yeah, early stream.
enjoying Fallen Order, but like, eh. Maybe not. I wasn't sure. I think I would have got bored with it in the end. And then Sus and Bert and Lisa basically bullied me into playing this again. So here we go. My third time playing Death Stranding all the way through. My second time playing the director's cut. It's going to be fucking epic. I have no idea if I'm going to play a fast game or a slow game. We're going to play a game.
I thought you were going to finish Fallen Order then do this. Okay, I guess. The people demanded it.
The people did demand it. And we care about the people, right? Starting a new game. Your game will be saved automatically, overwriting your
Great,
previous
let's try
save
sex.
data. Are you sure you want to proceed? Fuck it, let's do it. Playing on normal, start the game at the selected
We
difficulty
demanded it because
level,
Death Stranding 2 is
go
coming soon.
large, so I can read things. Right, I'm going to go with those settings because that's what I did before. Hopefully it looks okay on your screens. Confirm that. Right, you can't see what I'm doing for a moment because now I have to put in my birthday. I may. We'll see. We'll see. I wasn't massively enjoying it. Right. Okay. You presumably can all see what I'm seeing again now.
Bro really hides his birthday, lol.
It does. The game actually does that. If you're broadcasting while Death Stranding asks for when your birthday is, it literally hides it. Kojima cares. So, for anyone who doesn't know, this is no fucking about my absolute favourite game ever. We're going to get to watch a lot of cutscenes
Once there was an
tonight.
explosion.
Look, I gotta be honest, the first game has a lot of Parker, but the second game lowers that a lot actually.
Once there
Oh,
was
that's
an
good to know.
explosion.
That's good to
A
know.
bang which set a planet spinning in that space. Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it.
God, I love the music
came
in
the
this
next
game.
explosion.
But I am definitely interested in this cause you guys are praising it.
This game is just it's a wild ride. It's the most ridiculously confusing, amazing story. It's gorgeous. The music is top notch. It's just fucking genius as far as I'm concerned, this game. When I first played it back in 2020, I didn't really know anything about it. I'd never played a Kojima game before. and I kind of bought it on a whim because everyone was going on about it, and I was seeing some positive reviews and some very negative reviews. And I just recently escaped a relationship I wanted to escape, moved into my own place, got myself a PlayStation, fancied playing something for a while.
Oh, it's a Kojima game.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now I'm in.
Yay, there we go. That's what we want to hear, pal. That's what we want to hear. And so, yeah, I kind of wanted a game to lose myself in. And I tried playing Red Dead before this, funnily enough, and didn't quite gel. But this, I kind of loaded it up, started playing it, was kind of confused for a wee while. And then there's a moment, and we will get to it this evening. There's a moment where there's just this scene and the music kicks in, and that was it. I was sucked in, and I played the fuck out of this for the next couple of months. And I finished the story around the time that lockdown kicked in. During the the pandemic kicking off. So this ended up being an incredibly apt game to be playing. It is. And one of the other stars of this, whose name just cropped up, is Lindsay Wagner, who, for anyone of my generation, will know her as the Bionic Woman.
Daryl fucking Dixon. Awesome, my food arrived.
Yay! What are we having for dinner?
Can I have some food? I'm hungry.
Yeah. Come on, sus. You gotta share.
KFC mega meal. I had a funeral today, so I deserve it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. The funeral, I mean, not the KFC. KFC's good, actually. Oops.
Oh, well, have it this time.
No.
Oh, great. Fuck.
And we're in control. Right. Can I actually remember the controls? Scan with our Odra deck. Head towards the marker. Find a way
Just
through.
say no, like trying to act. It's your first time seeing that bike fall off low. This game gives me proper heebie-jeebies, so that's why I'm fine watching it before playing it myself.
It's mostly just because like that line is just kind of iconic as well.
Okay.
X to jump, hold X to climb.
Way off the rain over there.
So for anyone who doesn't know the game, be ready for this first session this evening to be very heavy on the cutscenes. The first hour or so.
Oh, Norman smiling face with heart eyes.
Yeah, the first hour or so is very heavy on the cutscenes. It's setting up a lot of background and things.
So far, it's boring, TBH.
Oh, it's one of those games that I suppose some people won't quite enjoy, but for me, yeah, I love this game. But bear in mind, we're essentially watching a mini movie that sets up the story. There's a lot of setup for things that are going to happen later on as well. Yeah, for example, you just saw the water fall on his hand and age his skin a little bit, and that's kind of setting you up for learning about time fall. First time I played this, I went into this knowing absolutely nothing about it. I was so confused by what was going on.
I am confused right now.
Good. As you should be. I really can't wait for Death Stranding 2. So looking forward to it. Prologue Porter.
I think they're gone. What the hell? Didn't mean to grab you so hard. Tears. A chiral allergy. So, you have dooms, like me.
I've got the extinction factor, but I think you got me beat.
What's your level? You can see them, right?
No, but I can sense them.
Level 2, then.
What are you doing here?
Trying to stay dry. Same as you. time falls let up. My name is Fragile.
Yeah, I've heard of you.
That right? Sam Porter Bridges. The man who delivers.
What in the world are they talking about, and whose name is fucking Fragile?
You gotta go for the long game.
Worms.
Actually, they're more like tardigrades, aren't they?
Wanna come work for me? Must be tough out here on your own.
Yeah, I thought Fragile Express had plenty of people.
Plenty of traitors. Not much left of us now, save for a few honest folks. And on top of that, not much left of me either. Got soaked from neck to toe.
What in the actual fuck I'm watching?
I make deliveries, that's all.
You're watching a Kojima game.
Central Dispatch. Freelance contractor Sam Porter Bridges. Receivers standing by for drop.
Headed into town. Watch
Oh, the
yourself.
sound design in this is amazing.
She just ate a worm like it was a cupcake. Anyone else here chat but not see it in YouTube?
Oh, curious. I'm definitely seeing the chat. I've got the text coming up on my computer screen.
The time full fast forwards whatever it touches. But it can't wash everything away. The past just won't let go. I'll see you around. Sam.
I will go out and come back.
See you in a mo. It's all the little things, just when she puts up her umbrella and there's this kind of sort of metallic vibration sound or something like that that you hear in the air. It's just great. Right, we're in control. The blood and stamina gauges. The red bar is the blood gauge. When it reaches 0, Sam will die. The blue bar is a stamina gauge. As this gauge depletes, Sam moves more slowly and maintaining his balance is harder. Right, we're heading down there. We can scan the ground. And here we go with the first bit of... Well, there's already been one really good song. Now we've got some more cool music. This game introduced me to Low Raw. I'd never heard of them before. So we've got to pick our way down without falling on our ass. Also, is there anything... Did I leave anything behind? I did leave something behind over there, but we'll keep going. Make sure we don't fall over. If anyone was paying attention, a deer did not make the jump in the background when he was on his bike, and there it is. But it's already aged massively.
Rip Arthur.
Right, try and get through this water. Because guess we're going for that package over there. Right, we've got our first package. We've got to collect 4. We got 3 of 4. So we've got to find another one. Where is that other one?
So you're just FedEx, wow, so cool. This is so fun.
A little bit more than that to it as the game goes on. But I actually genuinely absolutely just even love this. There's something about the design of it. There's something about the scenery. There's something about the haptic feedback of the controller. There's something about the pressure that is in the triggers that makes it just such a amazing physical experience. Even just the design of the camera angle.
The graphics are good, so that's something.
It's amazing. It really is. There's another package over there. As I say, there's the sound design and the choice of music. Right, so we want to, at this point, try and stick to the blue. If we stray into the yellow this early on in the game, we might not do so well. Cool, let's go get that package there. Okay. It's package there, let's go grab that. Oh, slipped. Try again.
Beginning scan. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Okay, we're home.
Bro is a beast for carrying all of that.
You ain't seen nothing yet. You should see how ridiculous it can get. Okay, let's deliver some shit. Make delivery. Let's deliver everything.
Delivering cargo.
What took you so long? It's not like the legend to come in late.
Had to wait out the storm. Lost my bike.
Sounds like you've been through the ringer. Luckily, our goods are in perfect condition. Well, you did keep us waiting, but everything else seems to be in perfect order, so great work. We'll be awaiting the next delivery.
Skip those. Oh my god, seeing a zero bridge link is almost making me anxious.
Today I am live streaming Outlast 2 video game horror. Love Death Stranding game.
Hey, Dwayne! Good to know there's another Death Stranding fan there.
Igor, Bridges Corpse Disposal. Sam Porter, I presume? Right. Not the touchy-feely type.
Can
You
relate.
said you had some kind of phobia.
Bridges corpse disposal? What happened?
Look, gotta get a move on. I'll explain as we go. Come on. Come and take a look. He's got a date with the incinerator.
How long since he flatlined?
We don't know the exact TOD, but I'd say it's been upwards of 40 hours.
He wasn't quarantined.
Not sick. This is a suicide.
Oh, Jesus.
We're just lucky we found him at all. Got him on ice ASAP, but who knows when he'll go necro.
Where are you taking him?
Closest incinerator's to the north.
This route's crawling with BTs. Sure you can't use another?
I wish I could, but there's no time.
Then just burn the poor bastard.
Big fan Death Stranding 2 heard coming out soon.
Coming out in June.
Can't do it.
It's already available for pre-order.
For the incinerator.
Hey, we can do this. We just need someone like you with dooms.
Favor, can you turn game volume up just a little? Did you pre-order? Did
Haven't.
you finish Days Gone video game?
I did finish it, yes. I don't know that there's a way of turning up the game audio, I'm afraid.
Sam. Just Sam. And I can't spot BTs. Just sense them.
That's why we came prepared.
A bridge baby, huh?
With its help and you, we'll be able to stay one step ahead of them.
Game settings.
Makes me feel like shit every time.
That won't affect the streaming, I don't believe.
Freaks me out too.
Roll out.
No biggie.
Yeah, I'll have a listen to the playback later, but I don't think there's
What
any
the fuck?
setting
Is it
for
a
that.
baby?
It is a baby. It really is. Get used to saying what the fuck quite a lot in this game.
Hell, the world was different when I was a kid. America, the country, anybody could go anywhere they damn well pleased. No need for couriers like yourself. We had highways, airplanes.
No, what is this, Dave? No.
You could even visit other countries.
I heard the water droplet can kill you on this game.
It can. Yep. That's
Hard to
Timefall.
imagine now.
It ages anything it touches. And then as soon as it touches something, it just turns into normal water.
Fucked us beyond all recognition. And if you were lucky enough to survive, the timefall came and washed you away. Then those freaks from the beach showed up. Worlds of the living and the dead all mixed together. And that's when folks started holing up in the
Water can
cities.
kill you on this game, huh?
Like yourself,
Yep.
put up on a pedestal.
Makes sense.
Son of a bitch. Rainbow!
Rainbows are bad news.
How much further to the incinerator? This guy's about to pop.
Water is pretty dangerous,
Cut to the
TBH.
BTs.
Rainbow, rainbow, rainbow flag. What's next? The baby has superpowers. There are 300,000 drownings a year.
Shit's getting serious.
The engine stalled.
Those assholes got us right where they want us. Get us out of here.
Sam, can you see anything?
No, nothing.
There's all kinds of noises out there.
This BB must be busted or something.
Oh, we're okay. We're going again. It's all fine. No need to worry.
I just have one question. What does that baby do that they put him there?
Spoilers. And trust me, babies in pods is not the weirdest thing in this game.
Oh, so that's Timefall. How is he not affected?
Well, you'll notice that they have waterproofs on.
Shit, they're here. I can't get you out!
That guy, however,
Sam!
Shut up. Don't even breathe.
Yeah, but the face is exposed.
what you'll definitely find with is, so the idea is they're wearing their hoods, so the timefall isn't going on their faces. I mean, obviously in reality your face will get a wee bit wet, but the thing you learn to love about this game is that you kind of got to give it some wiggle room. It's kind of how Kojima operates. There he is! My absolute favourite character in this game.
Troy Baker. Oh yes, flying man.
Spoilers! But yes, that was Troy Baker. That's so grim. That really is so
I love
grim.
this song.
The whole soundtrack to this game is amazing. I listen to it a lot while I'm working.
Theory Gran.
And you got to witness your first void
Boss
out.
fight.
Ah, don't worry. Definitely get to fight one of those later.
The visuals in this game are wild. I love it.
It's great, isn't it?
What the fuck is that? It's so mysterious too.
Yep. When I very first played this, I was just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And just was trusting that all will be revealed.
Realistic for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, the graphics are amazing.
It is a little confusing, but I'm sure playing it is a lot different than watching it. That baby is really making me uncomfortable. Storyline beautiful. BB just makes me so sad lol.
Those of you who are going to follow me through on this story and you don't know it, you are in for such a great ride.
And he is naked. I love this game. Makes me angry that I have to work, cuz I really want to pay attention more.
Just skip to the naked Norman Reedus
Things
butt
in
highlights.
I love this video game too.
If I was to tell you what those things are in the air, that also would be a spoiler.
Same here.
Falling down, land and bridges falling down.
The game just begun.
My fair lady.
Yeah, I mean, for anyone who doesn't know it, basically the first hour or so, like the first 90 minutes, is very, very cutscene heavy. It's a lot of setting up the background and the mystery of the game. The first 10 hours of the game as a whole is roughly tutorial space. There is plenty of gameplay, but the map is basically split into 3 areas. So you've got this first area that you've got to do a bunch of stuff in, and that helps you learn the core game loop, the core mechanics of the game and everything. Then you get into the main area of the map, normally after about 10 hours. And that's when it really takes off.
10 hours of tutorial.
You can play through it a lot faster than that if you want. But when I say tutorial, there's a lot to be doing in that time. So, here we are in the scene. So basically, if you don't know, or if you haven't cottoned on yet, Sam is now dead. And so he's...
Consider game horror type game video game.
In the seam.
It's more like a prologue.
Yeah, prologue is probably a good way of putting it. So he's in the seam, but Sam basically can't die. So, as it says there, Sam is a repatriate, meaning he can return to life from the place known as the seam when killed. In the seam, follow the strand. Oh, it's gone, yeah, but basically, that's his... well, that's not a spoiler. It's literally telling you on the screen. Like, it was literally there in the text. I was telling you what it was saying. And then we can come back to life.
You did say it right there.
Baby.
Hey, it's Mads.
Baby, can you hear me?
Creepy.
Can you hear me? It's Daddy.
Stop with the baby.
Expect to see a lot more baby.
Wait, that's Mads Mikkelsen.
Yep, that is Mads Mikkelsen. There's a lot of well-known names in here. Edgar Wright is in this. Leia Sadu. I've forgotten the name of the woman.
Only one who can come back to life.
To life as we know it.
Yes, he's the only one who you see in this game who can.
An explosion. That will be our last.
How can a video game character do that to me?
Blood and stamina gauges, a red bar, blah blah blah. When in reserve, Sam will die. Yeah, we know all that. So let's carry on.
I met him at Comic-Con one year and nearly lost my mind.
Oh, cool. Episode 1, Bridget.
Are you going for Platinum Trophy?
Absolutely not, no. I'd lose my mind trying to get Platinum.
Oh, you're awake. So, how does it feel to be back in the world of the living? Don't worry. I'm a doctor. Well, a coroner. Originally. Call me Dead Man.
So the prologue is done.
Oh no, we've only... Well, the actual real prologue, yes, but we're now into the very early part of the game where we'll be introduced to a lot more background story and also a lot of background to the game mechanics.
So I'm a prisoner.
These aren't handcuffs. They're cutting-edge devices that keep us all connected.
Us? Oh, us.
Yup. Bridges. Humanity's best hope for the future. Or avoiding extinction, if you prefer.
As you can tell,
Right.
Kojima likes the really on-the-nose symbolism. You know,
Watch me.
everyone has communication devices that they always use to talk to each other, which are literally shaped like handcuffs. Yeah, kind of commentary on mobile phones and things like that.
Your body's got a good connection to the cufflink. Look. The cuffs will watch over you 24 hours a day. That is to say, we will. We're here to help.
What the hell? 2 days?
During that time, we took the liberty of collecting fluid samples from you. You're a repatriate. That makes you very special.
What happened to the CD guys?
Central Knot was obliterated in the Annihilation. Game over, man. Place is a crater. The only ones to get to continue were you, for obvious reasons, and your broken bridge baby.
Is it all right?
It's been marked for disposal. Didn't work anymore. Why keep it? We lost everyone. Not just corpse disposal. My team, HQ, all of Redford.
Would you consider this game horror?
Not exactly. It certainly has horror elements to it. I wouldn't call it a horror game, really.
Our new headquarters. Sudbury seemed the logical choice.
They are throwing away the baby.
Dead man wants to throw away the baby, yeah.
Decimated. And there's only so much they can do in 2 days. Things here are a mess. Fortunately, the director and his support team were out of town at the time, so the chain of command remains intact. I hate to do this so soon, but I have a job for you. This stencil is from when you repatriated? What's the other mark from?
A clingy woman in a cave.
I see. Aphenphosmphobia. No wonder you were out there alone, where no one could touch you. I'll try to be more careful, Sam. So, the job is an urgent delivery. I need you to bring the president some morphine.
What president? America's gone. You talking about the mayor of Central Knot?
No. Not the mayor. America lives on, Sam. The president is in the final stages of cancer, in critical condition, but there's still time.
Why me?
Look, Sam. Do as I ask, and I promise it will all make sense.
Yes, because why would we tell you up front?
Because I'm not really here. Apologies. This is just a chirogram. And here, come the tears. Allergic reaction to the chiral transmission. I'm actually over in the isolation ward in the big triangle building. Here is the morphine.
No, it will not make sense. Nothing does with this game.
Come on, you got morphine there. What's this about? Tell me the truth.
The truth, Sam, is that America's last president wants to see you in person. Are you really about to say no?
Go on, Sam, you know it makes sense.
Very good. I'll see you in the isolation ward.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Okay, we're back in control. It's just a wee walk.
Have a pleasant journey.
Delivery order for Sam Porter Bridges. Request transport of morphine to isolation ward for immediate...
There is a lot of cutscenes.
Well, as I said, I have said a couple of times, there's an awful lot of cutscenes in the first sort of 90 minutes or so.
The isolation word should be pretty obvious. If you're not sure how to get there, you can set markers and draw routes too. Try it out and you'll see what I mean.
So, open the map. Got a nice little map. One of the nice things about the map is you can kind of tilt it, which becomes really useful later, because you'll see, like, down in the bottom left corner where you've got that cliff, it gives you a sense of how big those cliffs are and things like that. So we're heading to there, so we can kind of set a route. I've forgotten what it is to plot a route. It's there we go. Put a marker and kind of put a marker there. There we go. So we can set markers. Then we can kind of look around and see where our markers are, things like that.
Sam, if you want to confirm you're headed the right way, check your compass. It'll never steer you wrong. Provided you have a destination, that is.
So yeah, hold down on the left side and you got this kind of compass thing. Lets you look around. So I can see there's the marker that I dropped there. That's where I'm actually heading. So if I get close to this marker, it should disappear. There you go. Reach marker 8, and that removed it.
Central wasn't just home to Bridges HQ. It was also the seat of the reconstruction.
I dropped that marker a little bit off.
The president hadn't required.
Let's go near it anyway.
She would have never left. And if she hadn't,
There we go, that cleared it. But we're actually going down here.
Can you go to those off-limits areas later?
Not so much in the city, but the cities are a really unimportant part of the game as a whole. Once you actually get outside of the city, then you have a lot of space to roam.
Like I said, her vital signs are all trending the same way.
No chance of a recovery then?
None that I can see. No.
We should start making preparations.
Sam, it's me, Dead Man. Sorry, my mistake.
He's really not going to shake your hand, mate.
I'm afraid the president's condition has deteriorated. Thank you. This will help to ease the pain. And allow her to speak with you in these final moments.
Her?
the first and last female president of the United States. Surely you remember her. She raised you?
Da, da, da.
You're not exactly dressed for a reunion. Take that off before you come inside.
What?
It's that very Kojima thing of kind of very soap opera-esque surprises and reveals. They're all rather silly and cheesy in a way, but really kind of funny. I think one of the things...
Remember his mom low.
I know, right?
That's the president's right-hand man, the
I think
director of
the thing... I kind of... One of the reasons why I like this game is for the same reason I like a lot of David Lynch stuff. It has a similar vibe to Twin Peaks, for example.
What's it been, Sam? 10 years? Look at us. A bunch of deathless freaks meeting like this. Yeah, well, good to see you two. President's waiting. It's your mother, Bridget. She's a bit out of it, but...
In case you didn't recognize her.
Recognize you.
That guy looks like a bad guy.
Does a little bit, doesn't he?
Madam President, we've brought Sam. We'll leave you two alone.
Sam, I knew you'd come back. Are you doing all right?
Lindsay Wagner. As I say, anyone, certainly in my generation, knows her incredibly well.
Amelie.
Amelie?
I mean, I think Kojima's about my age as well, so it makes sense that
Took her 3 years to cross.
he would have wanted her in this.
Build the country.
Still going on about that, huh?
You're the one I wanted to send, Sam. Time's running out. Help Amelie. She needs you. Together, you can help us reconnect. You can make America whole. Sam, if we don't all come together again, humanity will not survive.
We don't need a country. Not anymore.
We do. Alone, we have no future.
No, America's finished. Bridget, you're the president of jack shit.
Sam, listen to me. So you are willing to help me?
No,
I love you, Sam. I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
Madam President!
Mum's dead.
Oh, no.
Doctor, we need your help.
All hands on deck here. She's in V-Fit. Give me 150 cc's. She's not responding.
Stay with me. Madam President.
This is dropping. Hold on. We're losing her.
Haven't heard anything more about the movie adaptation for a while.
I'll be waiting for you on the beach, bro. You died.
Well, the beach is a thing that's intimately tied into death.
So it's all a simulation.
No one can know that the president is dead.
The room was, yes.
Bridges is finished. Now what happened here does not leave this room. Do you understand?
Yes, Director. But there's still the matter of the body. Without corpse disposal.
But she really died. She was really there and she really died. It was just the recreation of the Oval Office that was fake.
Sam, before she died, the president made a contract with you.
What are you talking about?
As a member of Bridges, you're gonna work with the rest of us to rebuild America.
You think you can recruit me? Like she tried to?
Well, she succeeded. Look at your wrist. If that's not symbolic, I don't know what is.
Director, the cancer spread throughout her entire body. Harvesting organs is out of the question, and there is no need for an autopsy. Her body needs to be cremated before she necrotizes.
And if we don't, this place will turn into another crater.
What do you want me to do?
We don't have any porters right now. And the CD team you went into the field with are dead. But the president's body has to be burned.
The road from Capital Knot City to the incinerator was compromised in the void out. Now the only way there is on foot, through the mountains. But the chiral density there is off the chart. It's gotta be BTs.
This job has requirements. Tombs. Repatriate.
So me. Why?
Sam, you're already on the clock.
Now get it done, Sam Porter Bridges.
I think you're being stitched up, mate.
Can I have a moment? President Strand believed in American Reconstructionism. She worked tirelessly to bring the nation together again. And without her, there would be no Bridges. She deserves a funeral with full honors. But we can't give her that. If she dies, America dies.
She's dead, mate.
Without her, Bridges will cease to be.
Listen. Her cremation must be carried out with the utmost secrecy.
Even if we pull it off, what then? Who's gonna take her place? Face it, America's history.
Sam, America isn't dead yet.
He just said that it dies if Bridget dies.
She may be lost to us, but we still have an America worthy of the presidency.
Sorry, what?
Let's not get into it now. What matters is that we're going to finish your mother's work and rebuild America as she intended. That's the reason Bridges exists. So take the first step, Sam, and deliver the president's body to the incinerator.
If we don't all come together again, humanity will not survive. You're the one I wanted to send, Sam. Time's running out. I love you, Sam. I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
The facilities to the southwest. Remember that you'll be passing through BT territory.
We built the incinerator way up in the mountains so that the chiral matter in the smoke wouldn't reach the city. It won't be easy carrying a body up there.
We'll be monitoring you around the clock. If anything comes up, we'll offer you support via the cufflinks.
Cool. Such a great shot, that. Such a great shot. Right, so this is it. This is our first actual real delivery that we have to do.
Getting to the incinerator will be anything but easy. Move around and change the angle of your map to gain a better understanding of the terrain. See if you can't pick a path to your destination. For this order, we've provided you with a number of suggested routes as well. Ultimately, though, it's up to you to decide how you want to proceed.
So, yeah, we're heading up here, and we've got a couple of choices we can take. Kind of head over this way and up this valley here, or kind of head more this way and then up over this pass here, that kind of thing. There's basically 3 different routes we can take. I seem to remember each time I've done it in the past, I've kind of followed this route and then kind of gone up that way. I'm just going to wander out and take it as it goes. But first, actually, I'm going to leave it there. And not leave it there. I'm not going to disappear. I just need a moment because I need to go for a quick toilet break and refresh my drink. And then I'll be back and we'll do our first proper trek. Back in a mo. Right, I'm back and ready to go. So, everybody, try again. Everybody with me. Let's go for it.
Sam, this is Die Hardman. Dead men explained how to use the cuffs, right? Use them to check the location of the incinerator.
Sam, I don't think I need to remind you, but every minute counts when transporting corpses for disposal.
So I gotta manage my weight.
Following cardiac arrest, they go necro and become a fresh BT to make our lives hell.
Kind of figure out the best way to go. Don't want to go that way. Going the wrong way. So I want to go this way, I think. Up here. So, whoa! I gotta use the triggers.
What did BT stand for again?
Beached thing. So,
Lol.
yes, Kojima is.
So I'm not having oily balls, but I'm definitely having an oily croissant.
Nice. So yeah, Kojima's not great at naming things, or rather, he's consistently kind of amusingly lame at naming things.
Wait, so BB stands for beached baby.
No.
Did I crack the code?
No. Doesn't stand for beach baby.
President Bridget Strand was the symbol of American Reconstructionism. Even with the country shattered and its people scattered to the four winds.
So I'm having to hold the triggers down at the moment, which is why you can see me holding, like, that's trigger, that's a trigger. And so if I walk like that, things are steadier, but I go slower. I can go faster like this, but as I go along, I'm more likely to start sort of wavering from side to side and then fall over as I did earlier. So you've kind of got to try and manage your walking.
I know it sounds silly, but when I first watched your playthrough of this, a couple days ago, it looks like he has one of those dinosaur costumes.
That would be kind of epic.
Lisa, you're right. He's wearing a onesie.
We all like games with onesies, don't we?
Have a pleasant journey.
So we're getting very, very, very close now to the moment when I first played this game. It just clicked. You'll know it when you see it and hear it. But I was just sat here,
yeah, just like that,
5 years ago, wandering along this bit, and then it just kind of, the moment kicks in, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna really like this game. I'm gonna like this game a lot. It just looks so beautiful, and I didn't do that. The game did it. And it's just chills. And that's when the game won me over.
First playthrough.
Hey Matt, no, it's my third playthrough. Second time with director's cut. I fucking love this song.
Heck yeah, this game is so peak. Glad to see people streaming it.
It's my favourite game. It's my absolute favourite game.
I'm squinting with my glasses on. Are they showing you the musical artist on screen? That's amazing.
Yeah. It's Bones by Low Raw. And the great thing is as you reveal the songs, when you end up in your what's called your private room, you can go back and listen to them. So, here's a ladder that's been left by Igor, who you may remember we saw earlier. We saw him die. But what you can do is you can upvote things in the world. So we can say thanks to him for leaving that ladder, because that's useful.
Rick the lead guy from Low Raw, he died in 2022.
He did, didn't he? That was really sad, that. Such a great band. This game introduced me to them.
I hope Kojima puts his last album in the new game.
That would be good. I think a lot of us are hoping that we'll have some more of his work in this, well, in the sequel. Let's see if we make it up here. I think it should be okay. I think I'm going to head that way.
Hi, I have been out since Madam President's death. What happened?
We're now taking Mum to the incinerator to dispose of her body. Right, I normally head this way, so I'm going to head this way again.
Neutral face.
Oh, it's getting a bit steep. Maybe this wasn't a great choice. This might not have been a great choice. Let's just kind of... shall I go down that way or up that way? Let's go this way. Oh yeah. Still not the weirdest thing that you'll see me do in this game. Okay. Up this way. Oh. Camera's going a bit wonky there for a moment. Right. Down here.
Have any fighting?
Oh yes. But the big thing with this game is to try and not kill anyone, because there are some really dire consequences to actually killing people. Right, try and stick to the blue and the yellow. Right, we've got some ladders left behind up there, so we're aiming for these ladders. Oh, getting a little unsteady there. There we go.
I love the artisticness of this, and there are too many cookie cutter games out there.
Yeah.
What? Okay, this is getting confusing. Why shouldn't we kill?
Well, as you kind of saw early on in the game already, when somebody dies, they go through this process called necrosis, which can result in basically an atomic bomb-sized explosion if their body isn't incinerated. So it's a really bad thing, because if you kill people, you end up with big craters in your landscape. And you don't want craters in your landscape. Okay, that worked. Now, we've got another ladder there. Let's give this ladder some likes.
This one's for you.
So you can kind of spam the like button. You got like, I don't know, I think it's about a second or so.
Combat with humans is more about knocking everyone out. Still just as fun.
Yep. Let's try not do any spot.
Body explode. I didn't see that.
Oh, that was really. You did see it because that's when he died and repatriated. Let's give this rope some likes. There we go. Right, release the rope. We're good. Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. Yay, that's where we're going.
So that's the place, huh?
All nice and easy so far, right? No worries, no troubles. Just drop them off at the crematorium. Job done. How hard can it be?
The incinerator, huh?
Uh-huh. So you actually got a little bit further than this, didn't you, Sus, as I recall? Right, cremate. Place body in the incinerator.
Yes, I got the bike.
Oh, you did get that far, didn't you? Yes, that's right. Oh, you got a wee way in then. You must be like me, Matt. Pretty excited for June. Uh-oh.
Chiralium density in the area is climbing rapidly. Heavy timefall is imminent. Get back here, now.
Sam, burn the other cargo while you're there.
What's this?
BB-28. It's the unit Igor was assigned. It was hooked up to you when we found you in the crater.
But why is it here?
Because it's flagged for disposal. Central Knot's gone, and our headquarters along with it. Because that thing didn't do its job. It's all in Igor's logs.
Burn the baby, gosh.
Yeah.
But it's still alive.
It can't be repaired, and it can't survive outside the pod. Pity it if you want, but the decision has been made. It has to go. The director approved the order.
swear I am being patient. You have to play GD Fallen Order after this just for the suffering you are putting me through.
There's a very good chance after this I'll be playing Death Stranding too.
Chiralium density is still increasing.
My status is fucked. There's tons of them.
Must be from the bodies we couldn't get up to the incinerator in time. Comes with the territory, I'm afraid.
Can you sit out the rain?
No. They're closing in on my position. I have to move before they realize I'm in here.
Sam, if one of those things eats you, it'll trigger a void out. You'll come back, sure, but the surrounding area will still be a crater.
What if you finish it before it comes out?
I may look at it again. Oh, it was okay, but I wasn't super excited by it. But I may. We'll see. Mads.
Start, you shit. Maybe you are defective.
Hello.
Hey, Kenny.
This horror somehow low.
That's it. Do your thing.
How you doing, Kenny? You had a good day? Right. Let's see if I can do this. I've done it twice before. Ah, shit. Cow BB, do your thing.
Sam, we're sending you some suggested routes back to the city. Pick one or don't. Just get the hell out of there.
What are those?
These are BTs. Right, which way am I going to go? I think I've normally gone kind of back that way, so I'm going to head that way. Let's try heading that way. Sort of over there. Crouch. 0.
Trying to read decode what means some legal documents. Feels like a maze and nothing makes sense.
Oh no.
Grinning face, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
That says a lot about you.
Not too bad.
Missing grinning face.
Oh shit. Right, I need to concentrate here. Need to pick my way through this. Yeah, still kind of suffering a little bit with the cold I picked up over the weekend, but otherwise okay. It's a bit weird being back at work again today. Okay, I think we can go this way. Oh, there's one right in front of me. Okay. That way.
Will you get something to kill these things later?
Spoilers. Spoilers. Which is the best way to go? I'm gonna aim between these three here. So you'll notice that the Audra deck points at the nearest one, so that helps me navigate.
I love this part.
It's great, isn't it?
Said yes without saying yes.
Oh shit! 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 Run! 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 No! No! Oh, they're everywhere! They're everywhere! They're coming for me! They're everywhere! Shit! Because they'll get me otherwise. BB's not happy.
Isn't BB stressed?
BB's very stressed. But I need to get away from them first.
Shake BB.
I need to get down first. Right, that'll do. Right, BB. I've forgotten how to. No, that's a drink. I forgot how you actually pick up BB. I've forgotten the key. No, it'll tell me in a moment.
Square. The baby.
Square.
He is in a pot, a baby in a pot, of course he isn't stressed.
No, it's not square. Can't remember what it is. Right, there we go. We're on our way. Actually, it might not have introduced me to how to comfort BB yet.
Maybe the button isn't unlocked.
Yeah, I don't think it is at the moment. Ah, did it. Bit messy, but it worked. Oh, we can have a drink. Oh, do that again. There we go. Improves my stamina. When I very first played this, the original version on the PS4, that drink was actually
felt when playing Fallen Order.
actually literally was Monster Energy drink. Right, we're heading over that way.
Confused and bored.
You see, for me, this is the opposite of being bored. I love this game. Love this game so much.
The cool thing is that YouTube has a million other videos you can go watch. Wow, that song. Why did they get rid of Monster?
I think, from my understanding, is they basically just, when they did the director's cut, they'd lost the cross-licensing deal to use Monster Drink, so then it just became Bridges Energy Drink. And yeah, just the music. Every time there's a needle drop in this game, it's amazing.
At least a sunset 100 points. Are so law stuff.
I think so, yeah. Blame the lawyers.
Like always, licensing deal expired, grinning face.
Yeah.
No, Lisa, I am bored, but not that bored. I'm like 90% interested.
There's I don't know if anyone knows the I imagine most people will know the YouTube channel Girlfriend Reviews, and they did a review of Death Stranding, and I think they really hit the nail on the head with this. This is one of those games that absolutely makes the point and backs up the fact that games can be works of art.
I'm loving this song.
I heartily recommend the soundtrack, both the OST and also the songs.
To capital, not city. Proceed to distribution center.
But yeah, for me, this is one of those games that it's about experiencing the story and experiencing the art of just game design and game development. This is a work of art. It just is.
I need to play it myself to understand it better.
I think it helps. I think it does. There's something about having this controller in your hand and navigating that landscape and feeling the feedback in the controller and things like that. It's incredible. But also, especially if you're wearing headphones as well, listening to the sound design and the music and everything is brilliant.
It amplifies fears and stress and runs the risk of taking you to a place from which you will not return. I'm sorry, but this BB has been pushed beyond its limits. Disposal is the only option.
Sam, get cleaned up and come to the president's
Work of art. Games are art.
Yep. Yep, they absolutely are. Hey, BB.
I think a gamer in my area had this. Going to go play it there. How long is it? Are all babies BB?
No. As for how long it is, you can probably finish the main story in about 40 hours. When I last played this through, I spent like about 60 hours on the main story.
Why is the game showing Mads Mikkelsen low?
Spoilers! So many spoilers. How did I do? I like how it shows you the route and everything. Curiously, I think I took a... Hey, I got a... Awesome. Curiously, I took a different route back from what I have before. Let's skip past that.
Hi.
Hey, Moon, how's it going?
Sam,
How are you
I
doing?
told you Dooms and BBs were a dangerous combination. Huh, perhaps a shower is in order. You're still covered in chiralium. Don't want the president to see you like that.
The hell you talking about? She's dead.
You're upset.
Good who?
Is this about BB-28?
I'm good, I'm good. Suffering with a little bit of a cold, but other than that, okay.
No, we owe the kid our lives. You too.
As you say, I shall look after it. Give my regards to the president.
I'll get well soon.
Ah, thank you. It's not too bad.
Lol, did BB just
Pretty
give him
much.
the finger?
I think he kind of did. BB is kind of sassy.
It's almost time to go, Sam.
Did he just give the baby? I am actually about to scream.
Here. It's a dream catcher. Wear it when you sleep, and I'll keep the nightmares away. I'll always be with you.
Episode 2. Emily.
Good morning, Sam.
Sam, this is Di Hardman. There's a private room set aside for your use. Bridges perk. Take a moment to clean up.
Let me guess that Dreamcatcher is actually going to do something.
So we can have a look at these figures. So these things here, we actually get more and more of them as we encounter more and more things in the game.
Did you unlock pooping yet?
Did I don't know if I... can I poop? I can only take a shower. I can't poop yet. Can't even pee. Let's have a shower.
Say it, Dave. Spoilers.
It would be spoilers. There you go, you can all watch Norman Reedus' naked butt instead.
Sam, can you hear me?
For fuck's sake. Isn't anything private anymore?
No, except for taking a shower and going to the toilet, that is.
See, how many games let you actually use a toilet?
Yourself cleaned up. Good. Come to the president's office as soon as you're done. She's waiting for you.
Hey, at least I can watch his ass. That's definitely not weird.
It's got a decent ass.
You did well, Sam. Thank you.
But his toes aren't clean yet.
No, he never seems to do a really good job
Has
of
a
cleaning.
chance to live on. Sam, listen to me. America, Reconstructionism. Her dream isn't dead.
I don't want to hear it.
This is the face of our new hope. Our new America.
Emily.
My mother may be gone, but I'm here. And you, Sam, you're here too.
Been 10 years since you saw each other, right? And in all that time, she hasn't aged a day.
He knows why. My body's still on the beach. I don't get to grow older. But you do, Sam. You look good.
So you're serious then about reconnecting everyone and everything?
Someone has to succeed Bridget, Sam. More importantly, someone has to carry on her legacy and see our country rebuilt. Samantha America Strand, our new president. A new beginning for our people, for our nation. Under Emily's leadership.
Yeah, in America with a presidential system based on nepotism.
United Cities of America.
That's unheard
This
of.
is how we'll rebuild our country. But we'll need your help to do it, Sam.
No, I'm through with this. I said my goodbyes to all of you when I said them to Bridget.
We never forgot about you, Sam.
Forget the whole
You
electing
ran away.
people thing,
You
right?
cut us off.
Emily put together an expedition. The best of Bridges won. And went west.
led them past craters in BT territory.
Oh, so this game is about American politics, let's go.
It kind of isn't really. It's just a kind of silly background to actually drive the story through.
We convinced community after community to join the UCA, and we left behind our own people to help them. It took us 3 years, but we managed to make it all the way to Edgenot City.
All the way to the Pacific. Jesus.
Yeah, but then everything went to hell. The team was wiped out, and Emily was taken.
Taken?
I'm not being kept in a cell or anything like that. I'm allowed to use their facilities and to speak with you whenever I want. I just can't leave the city.
It's all to safeguard the continued independence of Edgenot City. Well, that's what our keepers are saying, at least. They want the UCA to leave them be. Emily's their insurance policy in case we don't.
Who are these assholes again?
Homo Demons. Militant separatist group. They run Edgenot City.
I've heard of them. Bunch of terrorists who go around towns killing people and leaving craters.
Right. Nothing's off limits for them. Not even engineering void outs.
You think the suicide that took out Central Knot was one of theirs?
Could be. There are extremists like the demons everywhere, plotting in the shadows. They're decentralized by nature. No one organization to rule them all. Just a common ideology.
I know not every...
Oh, that flying dude is their leader, the ghost-looking guy.
If we Americans
Pretty
don't
much,
come
yeah.
together again, humanity won't survive. I carried my mother's message to people all across the country. But not everyone was willing to accept it.
More than a few would rather stay isolated. Keep to themselves. Go it alone. Like you, Sam. They think that America can only be rebuilt by force, by men who tell them what to do, who take away their freedom and put them in shackles.
What'd you put on me?
Yes, finally one thing makes sense. I finally understood something.
Not shackles, Sam. They're a symbol of our bonds. That's what we need right now. Not to stand apart, but to come together, to form chiral knots and reconnect.
Sam, we want you to go west and finish what Emily started. The people she left behind have been hard at work, setting up chiral network terminals. But these terminals are still isolated. We need you to bring them online. And for that, you'll need a Cupid. This contains all the necessary security and operations protocols to integrate a terminal into the chiral web. Take the Cupid west, Sam, and reconnect the people of our great nation.
Sounds great. Sure, I can do that.
Find Emily and bring her home.
After that, I'll take over the presidency and carry on Mother's work to save the country.
This was Bridget's dying wish. This is how we'll move forward.
Please, Sam. We need you.
I'm Sam Porter Bridges now. I'm not a Strand. Hell, I'm not even part of this outfit. You all saw to that. I'm not getting involved with you, or anyone else, ever again.
Wait!
Yes, you were totally going to stop him.
Here. Same as it ever was.
Sam! Sam! Hold on. Stop! Listen to me. America needs you. Both of you.
Yeah, covering the world in cable didn't bring
God, I love him.
Don't act surprised when it all comes apart if you try to do it again. Round and round it goes. Connect, reconnect, it's not that simple.
I've never actually seen him in anything other than this.
I get it. You don't have to commit to anything now. Why not get some rest?
Good idea. We all need our sleep. Leave it too long and you're liable to reconnect with the other side. The necessary maintenance has been completed. Various adjustments and fine-tuning for your benefit. You can use it again.
BB!
For once it would seem that Dooms and BBs are a good combination.
Lisa, did you play this game?
Or perhaps the two of you have something of an affinity for one another.
God, there's so much to unravel from the trailers for Death Stranding 2. So looking forward to it.
No, it didn't look like my kind of thing. But watching Dave has slightly changed my mind.
Yay! One of us. One of us.
Sam.
It's one of those games where you basically got a mini movie at the start and a mini movie at the end, and then a metric fuck ton of gameplay in the middle. And it's really up to you
It's a funny word.
how close
strand.
together or how far
Strand
apart
is part of rope or
those
bond,
movies are.
while stranding.
Same, I am thinking exactly that.
Yay!
Stranded is when you can't go home. I'm stranded now, Sam. Here on the shore of the Pacific.
My mind still isn't changed. We're becoming a Death Stranding cult.
Good.
But our bond still holds.
Imagine how much we're all going to be looking forward to Death Stranding 2 in June.
You're free.
I'm absolutely definitely looking forward to streaming it and experiencing it for the first time. It's going to be quite a wild ride.
Come back, Sam. I'll be waiting for you.
If you can change my mind by the end of this game, well, you will get a Kit Kat.
Kit Kats are awesome. Kit Kats originally came from where I come from. My granddad used to make Kit Kats. Chunky Kit Kats are the best, obviously.
Wait!
Good morning, Sam.
Fun fact, my first ever teddy bear was called Kit Kat when I was a baby. That's because my granddad gave me it.
Wow, that view.
There we go.
Sky Hartman. You were out like a log. Must have been beat. Private rooms come with all the basic amenities. Shower, toilet, etc. Drop in when you need to rest. Inspect your gear, review info, or whatever else. If you have any questions, feel free to ask our staff. But before you do, why not check things out for yourself?
Wow, so hope this game changes my mind.
So it needs a sink, Oh yeah, we can have a shower, we can have a pee, or we can have a poo. We can now activate the terminal, so let's do that first.
With that terminal there, you can browse the bridge's database, which has info on a range of subjects. You don't have clearance for everything, but there's still plenty you might find informative.
So here in the menu, this is where I was saying earlier, there's a music player where you can play all the songs and everything that are in the game. Oh, you can poop. Yes, you can poop. Pooping's actually quite important in this game. You got a words. You got a manual. I'm just going to go through all of this because, frankly, I haven't got time to read all this. But also, I mostly know all of these. Oh, Soothing BB. We wanted to remind ourselves, didn't we? It's left. It's L1 and down. Right. Okay. L1 and down. Remember that. I'll come back to all of those. We'll get to those. You can see the controls there. We can save. Let's do a save. Save is complete. We're also logged in, which is good because although this isn't a multiplayer game, it is what's called a strand game, or what Kojima called a strand game. So as I play through the game, things that other people have built will appear in my world. And potentially, because I've played this twice already, things I've built have turned up in other people's games. And so you get to benefit off the things that other people have made and all this kind of stuff. And you get to influence other people's games, which is really quite cool. Later on, we will have access to email and things like that. The emails actually become quite important. Potentially a lot of reading in this game, but you can actually kind of skip through things. You can use the sync.
Wait, this is multiplayer.
Well, as I say, it's asynchronous multiplayer. Is probably the best description of it. So yeah, Sam can admire himself, and you can take pictures and all this kind of stuff.
What do you exactly build?
So let's skip out of this. It's no real spoilers to say there are things like bridges and ropes that you can put down and ladders that you can put out and all that kind of stuff. So some of the things you've already seen me use. There's also vehicles can be left in the world and stuff like that. And that's what the upvoting thing, the liking thing is about. Because if you use, say, a bridge that someone's put out, and if you hit like on it lots, that technically improves its standing within the game world as a whole, and so it's more likely that your bridge, if it's well positioned and has got lots of upvotes, will turn up in other people's games. So although we're not all playing together at the same time, if you build things in useful areas, you may help someone else who's playing.
When you said build, I thought it's build like a building.
Yeah, well, you kind of are building buildings, but as I say, it's more structures. You've got zip lines and all kinds of things. They'll all show up later. So let's go for a pee.
Sam, Hartman here, researcher devoted to uncovering the secrets of the beaches and the Death Stranding, as well as those of dooms and repatriates. When you relieve yourself, a certain amount of chiral matter is flushed from your system. Chiral matter can adversely affect hormone secretion and nervous function. There's a correlation between exposure and the development of phobias, as well as, in extreme cases, violent and suicidal impulses. Chiralium contamination has even been postulated as a trigger for the onset of dooms. Allow me to collect a sample of your excretions for my studies. They provide a non-invasive...
Oh, he said the game name.
...and your overall health.
And so we can also go for the poop. And this does become important a little bit later in the game. So peeing and pooping actually becomes an important thing. So they're kind of important mechanics. There's a thing that will appear over there, sort of in the middle of the screen, a little bit later on in the game, but we don't have access to it yet. We can also... He's pointing at... It's not...
Yes, pooping is important.
Pooping is very important. We can also look at our table. We can take a drink. So the drinking improves our stamina. Fun fact, later on in the game, you can actually get hold of some beers and then you can get really quite drunk. So you can see I'm actually improving my stamina above its normal level. So I can drink, I think, about 3 of these or something like that. And it bumps my stamina up. So they're the drinks that I was saying in the original version on PS4, back when it first came out. They were literally actually cans of Monster Energy drink. And for reasons that never really got explained in the game, when you collected water from the river, it got magically turned into Monster Energy drink. Because Kojima game, I suppose. Right, that's enough of that. There's also some fun things in this as well. I don't know if it'll let me do it yet, but like, if you do things like, what is it? There. Sort of stare at his feet. If you go a little bit like weirdly foot fetishist, eventually he gets annoyed and like stops you staring at his feet and stuff like that.
Already once, except the water turning into energy drink.
Yes. Yeah. So that's how that happened. Right. What else do I need to do? Okay, it wants me to do this so we can have a look at our equipment rack. It wants me to go around and look at all the stuff.
This case will remove any chiral matter still clinging to your suit.
Damn, why the dog's out?
Blue is for delivery personnel, red for medical, orange for corpse disposal, and black for security.
So we can change the colour scheme if we want. I don't think we can do it yet, though. I don't think I've unlocked any of the colours. Can I? Yeah, I can change the colour on the mask. Okay. Well, we're going to stick with stealth black and black, because black's best. Sadly, I'm not going to get to have the black suit for a long time yet.
Sam, this is Deadman. I calibrated your BB based on physiological data we collected from you earlier. It's still just the best guess, though. After you take it out for a spin, we can check if you're in sync and tweak the BB sensitivity as needed.
Cool. Right. Is that everything looked at? What's it want me to do? What have I not done? I've done a shower, I've used the toilet. Oh, I haven't had a look at the weapons rack. There we go.
Hey there. Believe we've met. I oversee delivery operations as well as maintenance and repairs. Nice to have you on board. I'm Mama, in case I didn't mention it before. Those there are strands. Not just used for packing, by the way, but for identification too. Take a closer look and you'll see. See the red there? That's your blood.
Yes, because these people are creepy as fuck. Right, there we go. We've looked at everything. We can actually leave now. So let's leave.
Well, have you had a chance to think it over? Chock full of chiralium, but safe for you Dooms guys to wear. That's all you'll need to go forth and reconnect the world. To make us whole again.
Go on, Sam. What else you got to do?
I don't care about connecting anything. Or making knots. But I'll do what I have to help Amelie out.
Yay, we're on board. We're doing it.
Listen up, Sam. The terminals Amelie's people built in the towns and cities they passed through on their journey west are called knots. The infrastructure's there, but the Cairo network is offline. Right now, it's only capable of transmitting voice communications. Sometimes wired, sometimes wireless, and a small amount of data.
Make America great again.
So, unless the necessary data
Not in the
store
shitty
on
way,
site,
though.
our chirograms won't show up. Amelie and the other Bridges members you've seen around the place are grams generated with local data. In case you didn't know. Anyway, all you've got to do is find the knot, connect your Cupid, and bring Cairo Communications online. Once you connect it to the terminal, you'll be able to initiate zero-time massive data transmission with the UCA network. And just like that, you'll reconnect us not only to each other, but to our past. All the lost and fragmented junk data will be compiled and restored, like bringing a dinosaur back to life from a fossil.
So explain something to me. What is exactly the beach?
6 billion years of history on
I suppose the easiest way of describing it at the moment is the beach is basically the place between the living world and the world of the dead. It's kind of the transition place between life and death.
Communications, generating grams won't be an issue. You'll also be able to use Cairo printers. Won't be long before we're able to send all kinds of things through the wire.
Except anything original. Or that's got a soul. Nothing real. Just copies.
True. Which is why we'll still need porters like you. Before and after we're made whole.
Oh, so that Blondie isn't fully dead.
No rest for the wicked. Huh?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, well, idle hands and all that.
How can you even go to the beach?
Make sure you check it upstairs. Drop's waiting up there too.
By dying,
Sure,
basically.
look like they've done some serious miles. Shall I dispose of them?
Wait. Hold on. There's something I want you to look into. My blood seemed to set those things off. Happened more than once.
Set them off? How do you mean?
I don't know. You took my blood, didn't you? You tell me.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Don't follow Dave's advice. You can usually drive to a beach.
That's true.
So in order to save her, we have to die.
No.
Roll sus.
Sorry, Lisa.
No, not a beach that is near me. I can walk up to it.
I'll take care of him. I promise you. Baby. Baby.
Mads, is that you?
Baby. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Steady.
Congratulations, everyone. Mads is your daddy. take on a new order. Let's take on our first proper order.
Sam, this is Die Hardman.
Really?
Your current
Didn't know
objective
that's
is
who
to
you were.
extend the Cairo network from here to Port Knot City. But don't think you can make a beeline straight for it. Signal won't carry that far. To cover the distance, we need to utilize knots. Think of it like tying ropes together to make a longer rope. The first of these knots is a bridge's way.
If my dad is that handsome, I am having good genes.
Mads is a good-looking bloke, isn't he? Right, take on orders. Orders for Sam. Smart drug delivery, way station west of Capital Knot City. Let's do it.
Sam, order summaries may contain information critical to your success. Make sure to review them before getting underway.
Nobody reads these. You just chuck a bunch of stuff on your back and then go for it. Right, accept the order. Okay, we'll load all.
Sam, we've supplied you with some rope and a ladder for this run.
BTW, did I say Die Hard Man? Why are the names so weird? Fragile, that doctor, and Die Hard Man.
Right now,
Because it's a Kojima game. All the names are bizarre. Right, load up. And auto range. There we go. All nicely balanced.
So those are weird to you but questionable. Beravia and Saskai is fine.
Maybe that's why I like you guys around, because you sound like characters in a Kojima game.
Pleasant journey.
Hello.
Sam, triple checked your loadout, I take it?
Hold to open. That's how you select your stuff to use. Okay. I am having to remind myself what each of the keys are.
Have a pleasant journey.
Sam, you see that sign someone left over there? You can leave some of your own if you'd like. Messages, warnings, words of encouragement.
No, your names are online names using it in an online world. But these guys are using usernames in fucking real life.
So like this is the like a structure you can make. So we can use the watchtower.
Maybe my real name is Sasuke.
So we can use this to have a look around. Worryingly, there's a rainbow over there, which is not a good sign. Oh, we got a marker over there. Can I remove the marker from here? I don't think I can I? I don't need that marker anymore, so I should get rid of that. So, let's come out of there. So these signs, people can leave signs, and you can like signs.
Didn't my besties already say a lot about me?
I'm trying to remember how you actually build stuff. Need to remind myself how to do that. Right, I got a marker here somewhere, haven't I? Let's get rid of that marker. Remove marker. There we go. Don't need that. I know roughly where I'm going. I'm trying to remind myself how you actually build. No, that's not that. I've forgotten how to put a sign down. Oh, a thing you can do in this game is you can have a P. Left 2, aim,
No, your besties were hunting Dave. They didn't have time to talk to me.
we haven't got, I don't think, can I urinate? There we go. There we go, I can have a pee. Having a pee. Go. There we go. And when you pee, you leave a mushroom. And now that might turn up in someone else's game with my name above it. And people can go up to the mushroom and hit like. So you can like where people have peed. So this path here.
Well, that felt a bit intrusive, lol.
So the more you walk around, you can use people's paths.
But you're better than the best. You've got what it takes to finish what they started. If you come across any abandoned shipments, consider taking them to their intended destination.
It's easier than you might think. See, all our packages are tagged with Bridges IDs for easy tracking.
So here's some packages that have been lost.
Equipped with a scanner, which might detect said IDs.
So we can grab those.
Roundabout way of saying, but that thing on your shoulder can help you locate mislaid shipments.
Super Mario will like your mushroom.
Remember, Sam, every parcel is a promise made to a person in need, and they're counting on you to deliver.
So I want to go over that way, but I'm looking at the river, and ideally, at the moment at least anyway, I don't want to be going through the yellow. So I want to find a spot where it's either quite shallow most of the way, or it makes sense for me to go down that way. Whoop, and take the ladder over. But like this path has started to wear itself already because I've already walked here once. But the more people who follow the same line, the more a path appears in your world. So again, this is how other people playing the game can affect your world and how you can affect other people's worlds. Even to the point that you can go somewhere where there's lots of rocks and it looks like it's going to be impossible to get where you want to go. It's going to be really hard work. But eventually, as you walk along that path and as more people go along that path, the rocks sort of disappear, they wear away, as it were. Right, let's pick up some more cargo. The more we pick up, the more we build up our connection to the places we're going to visit. Right, sneak through there. There we go. Made it through there, okay. What's it like over here? This is nice and shallow. Make it through there. There's postbox.
Today's a good day.
So these things that you're seeing in the world, chiral crystals, we can't do anything with these yet, but they become important. We end up picking them up, collecting them quite a lot. So we can kind of go around that head. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. We can kind of go around this headland if we want, but this is going to be BT territory here. Or we can kind of head up more over there and down that way. I think I'm going to do that. I think I can make it up over here and down the other side nicely. That gives me an excuse to use my ladder and my rope. I think my weight limit's okay at the moment, so we can grab more cargo as we go. I need to be careful not to pick up too much. You can see the weather's starting to get a little bit darker.
If you come up against a sheer cliff or a steep slope, don't forget about the ladder we issued you. Be sure to try it out. I'd be interested to see what uses a seasoned pro like you might find for it.
climb up here. Right, so this is where... So you can see this sign here is basically a hint that we should be putting a ladder down here. So, forgotten already. There we go.
So wait,
let's build a ladder.
As in brown dirt was grass before.
Yes. Yeah. But also, you can do things like that sign that you saw there. Well, you can leave a sign asking for someone to put down a ladder, for example. So, you know, you might come across signs where people have basically requested that useful structures are put in place, and you can decide to build some of those structures. I don't think I'm going to get up there. Let's go this way. Whoa, steady. But yeah, when you start playing the game, it's just like all green and all rocky and things. But the more you follow a route, or the more you follow routes that other people have followed, the more they become actual roads, as it were. They don't become actual roads, actually. Roads are actually a thing in this, but we'll get to that later. Right, we want to get down here. So, the thing to do here is... let's use a rope.
So the game we see now is completely different from the game when the first person ever played this.
Kind of yes, kind of no, because there are some sort of, should we say, NPC characters and that in it. But yes, as you uncover more areas, as you bring areas onto the Carol network, you get to uncover things that other people have built in the world and things like that, which helps you out. You can play, if I go, where is it? Is it in here? If I go into the menu, if I go into the systems, you can see how it's like login. Well, I am logged in, I am connected to the game servers, but you can actually, in the options I think it is, you can basically say you don't want to be connected, and so you can play a game where you get zero help, where you have to build everything and you never get to benefit from anyone else's work. And it's absolutely a game mode that some people like to play.
Sam, remember that prolonged exposure to timefall damages cargo containers. Don't stay out in the rain any longer than you have to.
Right. What's the best way across over here, I think? I definitely don't want to go through red. You'll see there's some red in the water. You'll see there's red in the water. I definitely don't want to go through the red. Try and decide which is the best way across. I think I've still got a couple of ladders that I can use. So you can use ladders to bridge your way across a river. But up ahead I can see there's some rocks. So they'll help me bridging my way over. Can we grab that? Right, my weight. You can see I'm starting to... oh no, I don't want to offload. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit slowed down now because I'm carrying a lot more stuff. Right, that's all shallow, so I can go through here if I'm careful. That blue bar though, I've got to watch how that goes, because if that gets too low I'll fall over. Right, we're over. Go, 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 go. We're up. Now, I need to be a bit careful here.
Freak Bob.
Hey, Cutting VR, how are you doing? How's your day? Right, made it through. See if we can sneak along the edge here. And we're good.
Good.
Good, good, good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Right, I think we're mostly in the clear now. It's not a good time to get an itchy nose. Need to hang on. Oh, need to hang on so don't fall over. Hey, I got a like from BB.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Made it. Right, let's make deliveries. Deliver the requested cargo.
Delivering cargo.
Thank you. We've all been feeling the loss of Central Knot City. No one seemed to know what it meant for the organization. Or the UCA. Or us. The oxytocin will take the edge off, and that'll be a big help. Won't be long before we're back on track. You may have luck. This is great. Thank you again. Yeah, everything looks to be in good order. And soon our way station will be too, I hope.
Yay, we got an S. So 2 stars. So those stars at the bottom, what I want to do is I actually want to get all 5 stars. That brings up my connection level.
You're with the second team, right? Where are the others?
Dead. Caught in the void out.
No way. That one blast got them all? And what, they just sent you out on your own? I mean, if it was just a delivery, that'd be one thing. Porters come through from time to time, but the second team was meant to bring the Cupid. They were going to connect us up. 3 years we've been waiting for help. 3 years. And they sent us one guy. Shit. Tell me you brought more than the Oxy, at least.
I've got the Cupid.
You... Really? So it's true. I finally got it working. Well, then you just might be the answer to my prayers. So what are you waiting for? You put us on the goddamn grid.
And there we go. First connection. The following structure can now be constructed using the PCC. New options have been added to the delivery terminals: fabricate equipment, make delivery, deliver lost cargo, share locker, donate weapons and equipment, share locker, withdraw cargo. That's the other thing as well, is you can donate things to other people. But it also means that you can get donations as well.
Connection to Capital Knot City confirmed. It's really happening. Just like Amelie promised. We can finally do what we came here to do. Hey, you're headed west, right? Gonna be a lot of people happy to see you. Guess you'll keep on till you hit the coast, huh? Which means you'll get to see Amelie in person. Oh, that's something. That is really something.
Yeah, about that in-person
Me, I've
thing,
never met
though.
her. Only seen her holo messages back when I was with the first expedition. Well, anyway, you best be careful on the road. There's some bad people out there. More than good, some say. But I don't need to tell you that.
Thank you, Sam. By bringing that way station into the Cairo network, you've put it in direct contact with those of us back here in Capital Knot City.
Right. What's next?
West of the way station are a couple of structures our previous expedition put in place. And beyond them is your next destination, Port Knot City. It's on the shore of a crater lake that formed after the first void out. Your objective is to link up Port and Capital Knot. But to do that, you'll need to utilize our facilities as additional waypoints. They'll be essential for establishing a stable connection. Given the distance we need to cover, we're looking at using a distribution center and a power station, as to which you should head for first. Start with the distro center. We've got some cargo that needs delivering anyway. Check the nearby delivery terminal to pick it up.
So this is basically what I was saying about.
Please access delivery terminal for further information.
This is basically a big tutorial region, as it were. There are things you do. You get benefits from doing this place. But you can kind of play this two ways. You can just tear your way through, connect these handful of places up and be off, and then off to the main area. The first time I played this, I did that. I got through it in about 10 hours, I think, in total. Initial gameplay, you could probably even do it a bit quicker than that. Get through this area and then get into the main part of the map. The last time I played this, and I think I'm going to do the same thing again, is I want to go and raise my connection level with all of these and try and get them all to 5 stars. So like I'm 3 stars with that place at the moment. I'm... What am I? Where are we? I can't see the stars suddenly. Brain has... Oh, it's because Sam's in the way, so I actually can't see. But I think I'm like 3 stars with that. I'd like to get 5 star with all of them.
Your hard work's paying off, Sam. Thanks to the increase in network capacity, HQ is now in a position to provide you with additional materials and support. Should prove useful.
Cool. So, yeah, this is where you can fabricate things that you want to take out with you.
Sam, you can use that PCC to build a post box.
I mean, I can, but like, I've never found the post boxes that useful, if I'm honest. Right, I'm going to build... Give me another anchor, please. Right, load the anchor up. Okay, do that. I think what I'm also going to do is going to make a delivery, deliver the lost cargo that I picked up.
I see you brought in some lost cargo. Feel free to submit it here for processing. If you come across any more while out on a run and don't think you can carry it to its destination, you can always put it in storage. It'll be safe and secure until another porter comes along to finish the job. Even if it has to pass through a dozen more hands before...
Not sure if you've already answered this, but did it take a long time for you to understand all this stuff?
Not too long, I felt. I definitely got to grips with it reasonably quickly. There are 1 or 2 things in the user interface that took me a wee while to get the hang of, because there is potentially quite a bit of reading to be doing if you really want to follow it.
I felt overwhelmed when I played it.
But yeah, it's just like learning some of the keys you need to press to do stuff and everything. So like, yeah, I can select all of those and then say, okay, I want to drop those off. But I found myself quickly getting into the flow of things. There's just something about the design of this game that just sits right in my head. And actually, the flow of the game, I find, is a lot more straightforward than the user interface would make you think is the case. I actually weirdly quite like the user interface in this because there's a lot of fluff to it, but generally it's actually quite easy to navigate it. And also I really, really like the fact that the user interface on the whole is actually quite high contrast. And also it was already set that way from the last time I played it, but you can increase the size of all the text on the screen and everything. So it actually is a lot more readable. Trying to think if there's anything in the user interface of this that I don't like, and I'm not entirely sure there is. There's just so much about it I actually really like and sits really well with me. So the share locker, this is where you can donate stuff or claim cargo.
Use share lockers to exchange cargo with other porters.
And when it says other porters, it literally means other people's games. So you can donate things. So if I had something here, like say I didn't want this ladder.
Enough clays here to open a donut shop.
But suppose I didn't want this ladder. Suppose I was like, okay, I've got no use for this ladder. I could recycle it, but what I can do is I could donate it into the shared locker, and then someone else in their game can come into claim cargo, and then here is where, suppose I was short on a ladder and I didn't have enough resources to create a ladder, I could come into the shared locker to claim a ladder that someone's left. But you can see down in the bottom right hand corner, you can see that's the name of the player who donated that. So that person has fabricated this ladder at some point, put it in the shared locker, and then I, if I wanted, could claim it and use it in my game. So one of the things with this game is, although we're all disconnected, you're encouraged to do things that helps complete strangers who you'll never meet. And you're not going to bump into each other in the world or anything like that. You won't see each other. There's no direct interaction. But you're doing things to help other people just for the sake of being helpful.
I was scared to donate any tools. I tried to carry everything at all times.
You see, the whole point is, donating is there to, help other people out, but also for you to benefit from as well. Right, let's take on our next order. So it wants us to construct a post box, so we'll do that. Okay, we'll do that. We'll construct... In fact, we'll do both, I think. We'll take on both those orders.
To build a post box, you'll need to use a PCC. It goes without saying, but if you're not already carrying a PCC, you'll want to fabricate one.
Right, so let's fabricate a PCC. Fabricate one. Okay.
So if I constructed a post box way back in July, would it still be here now?
It'll absolutely be in your game. It will absolutely definitely be in your game. It may be in somebody else's game. It could even appear in mine. And if it was in mine, we'd see your name above it. And if I was to do likes on it, if I was to spam the like button, it would improve the chances of it turning up in someone else's game.
Finding it if you check your map and compass from time to time.
Right. So that's where it wants me to make.
Right outside of this thing.
Oh, okay. If it's this first one you're supposed to build, then it's unlikely to show up, because this again is like one of the tutorial things. But like in the main map, in the main area, which we'll get into in a few days' time, a lot of the stuff there.
Of course. Sorry, my brain is fried.
No, it's okay. But yeah, if you build stuff in the main map, which is where I'll end up, then there's a very good chance that stuff will show up. Maybe I shouldn't come this way. This might not have been a good route. I might want to go back. I think it might come the wrong way. Well, it's not wrong way, just not the best way. Okay. So far so good. How deep does that look? Right. So this is where you got to be careful, because I'm carrying quite a bit of stuff. But there's a lot of blue here, so I might be able to make it through here without fucking up. There we go, made it through. So let's go and build this, because the game wants me to do this.
Sam, I see you've arrived at the designated site. Good. When you're ready to proceed, activate your PCC. Use it to build a post box within the area I specified.
Oh, wrong one. That one. Okay, let's build the post box.
I like how this has turned into teaching us how to play Death Stranding.
Makes a change for me to actually know something about a game. Still, it's a year since I last played this. I'm having to remind myself as well.
Good work, Sam. That's a fine looking post box.
Yay!
To access it and select Share Locker. You can share cargo and equipment with your fellow porters. Deposit a ladder and a climbing anchor, and I'm sure someone will eventually come along who could use it. If you've got enough supplies, why not leave some behind? Do right by others, they'll do right by you.
By the way, I found Days Gone in another Days Gone stream yesterday. Sounds like me and Last of Us.
Right, so let's donate. What did he want me to donate? A climbing anchor and a ladder. So let's donate those. There we go. And that's me, the structure builder. And I got 16 likes for doing that.
Well, now I knew Days Gone would leave us as soon as Dave finished the game.
Which was fair. I mean, as I was saying last night.
Dave's working hard.
Yeah. I like that somebody goes around and helps people with a game that they care about.
He has things to do, people to hell.
Yeah, I like that. Right, let's go this way. Let's go a bit further upstream. Actually, I might cross back over. Let's think about. think about this. Might go around that side, and then we're heading for there. Yeah, I'll go on the other side of the river. Yeah, loads of stuff. Yeah, we'll take this ladder back over and go up this side of the valley.
Like what?
We delivered some stuff and uncovered some more stuff. You can also, whoa! You can also see there's a lot more structures have appeared as well because I brought this area online. So let's give this some likes.
Today's a good day.
There we go. Somebody built that. It's turned up in my game. Let's head this way.
So someone built this.
Yep.
Wait, why did more appear slash?
Because so if you remember, I used the Cupid to bring that thing there online.
Over here.
I keep pressing the wrong button. So this area is now connected to the Carol network. I was just trying to see, does it show? Oh, it doesn't show at the moment, does it? What's connected and what isn't. But basically this area here is now connected to the Carol network. And because I use the Cupid to bring that place online. And so when that happens, structures then get added to your game. So like that watchtower over there wasn't there before, and now it's there because someone built that, and now it's turned up in the game.
I'm learning so much more just watching this than when I was playing it. So much info was coming at me.
Oh, cool.
Can't you just like walk in the water?
You can, but the water, you got to be careful. The water slows you down, and it saps your strength. And also, if it gets too deep, you'll lose your cargo.
Okay, so you can build buildings like that watchtower.
Yes. So we can use it. So using this watchtower, we can look at stuff that's kicking around. We can see all the various bits that are in this bit of the map. We can see there's places where we can pick up crypto buyouts. There's a ladder over there. That's where we're heading. That place over there. We can place markers and all that kind of stuff. We can jump between our markers. We can also zoom in.
There has been zero action so far, love it.
And we can actually come all the way up. So we can get a bit of a view of where we're going. We can get some idea of where we're going to head. Also, what you can do is you can pull up a structure menu. So these structures here, again, because we're kind of, you can see that this structure, I said it was built by someone. We're still in the tutorial stage, basically. So really, this was built by an NPC. So George there was the guy who we were just talking to a wee bit earlier, or his hologram anyway. So this structure belongs to him. So we can't actually tear it down because it's part of the tutorial. But once you're playing the game proper, what you can do is you can upgrade the structures you come across. So things that people have made, you can improve them. Also, things degrade over time, so you can improve them.
Here's my manual for Death Stranding, maybe. You should change your name to it like someone.
But also people may build things that have turned up in your game and they're kind of in the way, or you just don't like where they are. You don't like the look of where they are and that kind of stuff. So you can dismantle them as well. And dismantling them from your world, from your game, doesn't have a impact on the structure. It doesn't have an impact on how highly rated is...
Heads up, Sam. Your cargo's been pinged. Move. Now, before someone has eyes on you. Get to your destination ASAP if you don't want to get caught.
So, yeah, removing stuff doesn't have a...
Dismantle is like a dislike, basically.
Well, what I'm saying is it isn't like a dislike. It's just thanks but no thanks. Like, you don't have to have other people's things in your game. You can remove them if you want. So, we got a bit of trouble now. Because, can you see that guy? He's coming for me. He wants to steal my cargo. There's a whole bunch of them coming after my stuff. So I need to try and get past them.
He's there.
But we might... yes. It's the bears. It's the bears.
To steal your cargo.
So I might have to actually get into a bit of a fight. But I'm hoping at the moment that I can just run away. No. Okay, they thought better of it. There's a reason why they thought better of it.
Mules gave you trouble, huh? Good thing it was raining. Even they know.
They have babies. Oh, they have babies too.
Right, we're heading that way. We'll get to learn more about the mules later. So the timefall has kicked in, which isn't a great thing. So the timefall starts to degrade our cargo.
Name the game BB Simulator.
But yeah, the timefall will start. You can see the sparks coming off my cargo. So I kind of don't want to hang around if I can help it.
Timefall affect gameplay.
Yes, very much so. Yeah, you can lose your cargo if the timefall affects. Yeah, it kind of affects how good it is. Right, I'm starting to get a bit heavy, so I probably shouldn't pick more stuff up.
Like, will it kill you?
It won't kill you, no, because you have your suit on, so you're okay. But it will ruin your cargo.
PTW, can't you get a vehicle?
Spoilers!
Enough already.
Right. Oh. Is this going to be okay? Yeah, that's okay. Am I heading the right way? Yeah, it's still heading the right way. But I think we might run into some trouble. Here we go. Right, so that...
That's Dave's way of saying yes plus sus. Did say something about a bike earlier, lol.
Yes. So that little effect you just saw then is Sam experiencing, sensing that there's some BTs nearby, and now the Eldredecker's deployed. Now the Eldredecker's deployed. That means BB is detected. BT's close by. So we've got to watch the Eldredecker. The direction it's pointing and the colour of it and the speed gives you an idea of where trouble is.
Blame the bear.
We always choose to blame the bear. So yeah, the audio deck's pointing over there, so the nearest BT, there we go. Nearest BT's over there. Yes. Right, I'm going to try and do this without getting caught.
Couple of months ago everyone was choosing the bear, and now we're blaming the bear. It's just a BT.
Let's see if I can do this without
Do we have other animals in here?
running into trouble. There's almost no animal life whatsoever, just because the timefall kills them. There's a baby BT over there. Yeah, but as you saw it, they don't survive very long. Shit, we got baby BTs over there.
About the chat.
Oh, right. But there is also, it's one of those very Kojima things as well, that like, yeah, you saw birds and deer really early on in that cutscene, and then you never really see anything like that ever again. Oh, that BT's really fucking close. I'm holding my breath. Shit.
Also whales.
The whales are on the beach, so they're not in this world.
Can't have them.
Oh shit! 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 That's really fucking close. Right, let's go over.
How is the cargo not destroyed yet? Does BB crying notify the birthings?
No. Doesn't seem to, which is good. God, there's so many of them. But that's where we're going. We're not far now. Shit, that's close. Come on game, let me have this. Let me have this. I think we're more or less in the clear. Problem is getting across here now.
What is that scan? Brew, I have a ton of questions.
Doesn't look so hot.
That's the order deck.
Nothing to worry about. Its functions are temporarily suspended, but they can be restored. I can perform the necessary maintenance at a distribution center. Hurry, though.
BB's gone to sleep. Right, I need to try and get across here. I need to find a good crossing point. So yeah, the thing that I'm scanning with is the Audra deck, and that's hooked up to BB.
No one built anything here, wow.
Body, in essence, begins to attack itself.
No, it's this. This place isn't on the network yet, so no structures will have been uncovered. So, can you see this line here? This line here shows you the extent of the chiral network. So I'm on the red side, so there'll be no structures yet. I need to go into that building over there and get it on the chiral network. And then some, structures will uncover. Right, let's see if we can hop across these rocks. I need to get across this river.
I can't get over how cool this game looks.
It's
the
just...
blue side is structure, the red isn't.
That's right. That's right. It is stunning. It just is stunning. Right, I think... Oh, no.
This is on me.
Let's do this. Let's build ourselves a little bridge out here. There we go. And just for Val, let's walk over this way first. Because look at what's just laying around here. There's a bike. That's the thing with this game, is it gets that way. We've done it. We've done it. Well, let me go back out. Let me wander back out to it for a second, and you'll see. So yes, you can, but the problem is can you see the battery symbol?
Weapons restrictions.
Is flashing red.
Are you doing the windmills today?
I might leave that for tomorrow evening because that's a bit of a trek. But you can see it's flashing red, so we need to charge that bike up.
Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure.
Getting to the wind farm is actually... Whoa! Really quite... Whoa. Get to the wind farm is actually really quite a trek.
Get battery to charge it up.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of. Yay, we made it! Make delivery, deliver all. Although I am wondering, maybe I will do it.
Wait station folks told me all about you. Sam Bridges, with the second expedition, right?
But it's probably going to be at least another half hour to 45 minutes to do that.
Making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it.
Also, there's no
Thanks.
I vote for windmill.
There's no private.
Parasites might demand it.
Depends how late you can stay up.
I said you were a legend.
The parasites demand it. Wait, so what if the cargo is damaged? Depending on how damaged it is, does it lower your weather it gives you?
Yes, it does. It does lower the basically the XP. But there we go. We got an awesome for that. So we're nearly 3 stars here.
You can't not do the windmill when your chat is full of Dutch people. Well, now we know there's Timezen.
I mean, now I'm basically half Dutch anyway.
Okay, it's time. Do you mind connecting us to the network?
I'm not Dutch.
Well, I just spent the weekend in the Netherlands. And I literally have haggle slag in my fridge.
And you learn swiper spin.
Oh no! DualSense controller battery is low. I just got a warning that my battery's low.
Sam, as always, thanks for bringing more folks into the UCA.
Wait. Hagel's lag in fridge.
Oh yes.
How much longer will you be live?
I was going to go for another. Oh, just before I do, can you see we just brought on another area, and it's marked on the maps. It's marked on the map all the structures that are that exist. It's in the fridge because Super Mariella said it's a good idea to keep it in the fridge because there's less chance of it going slightly white, apparently.
Looks like we're on the chiral network. And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can produce supplies for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor. Now head west and keep on doing what you do.
I've also found that it's actually really nice with almond milk on Weetabix.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
Good work.
Okay, I absolutely was up for doing the wind farm tonight, but my controller is actually warning me about low battery. I don't want the battery to die halfway through that. So I think we'll make the wind farm tomorrow night's adventure.
Dead man, you there? Little help?
Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
We have been betrayed by Sony Technology.
We have.
Start a GoFundMe so we can get you more controllers.
Now that's an excellent idea.
It's in.
Good. A temporary excessive stress.
True.
Oh, you all know where my Kofi is.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
Bit of interesting lore here.
Correct. A steel mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the Steel Mother in Capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Okay, I didn't get it. What did he say? Someone translate.
So, long story short, a BB is a baby that's been removed from the womb of a brain-dead mother. So, something's happened to the mother, and she is dead, but being kept alive.
A process that renders them unpredictable.
And then they keep the baby in sync with the mother's womb. The point being that because its mother is dead, it has a connection to the other side. And this is why the BBs can detect that there are BTs around, because they have a connection to the beach.
There is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your...
One of the important things as well is...
Wait, so is the main character like that BB?
Anyway,
spoilers!
You and your BB are both exhausted. Good night, Sam.
But one of the important things that is kind of being lent into here as well is like they're using the BBs, but they don't quite know why they work. So one of the important themes here is using technology without really properly understanding the ramifications of using that technology. So you could read into this. It's it's kind of a story about how the internet has worked, how social media has worked, that kind of thing.
Why are those BT guys related to the beach?
It'll be revealed more later on what BTs are, but it's not really a spoiler to say that they're essentially people who... They're kind of the ghosts of people who have died but don't want to let go of this world.
Still not under guard. Still not chained up. Still can't leave. But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east, back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days. No one's having children anymore. But humans aren't made for living alone.
Oh, so this blondie is a BT?
No.
And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, then, well, it's like Bridget said, extinction.
Come on. Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope. I'll be waiting, Sam. Waiting for you.
But you said the spirits on the beach, who don't want to let go.
That's right, but that's not what she is. You will find out what she is.
Hello, Sam. This is Hartman. Since you're awake, it might behoove you to freshen up. To that end, why not take a shower? It's good for the body and soul, and also my research as it happens.
Let's take a shower. We'll do these last little bits of setup.
Sam, this is Hartman. Deadman relayed your request to me, as I oversee BT research. I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your bodily fluids might have on a BT.
Study other people with dooms?
Everyone in Bridges, myself and Mama. Results thus far are inconclusive.
More buckshot sequels are.
Being a repatriate as well. I must confess to a measure of optimism.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Dry dispensing.
There. Take the sample with you. Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT.
I'm curious to see how they react. Who knows? It may even prove beneficial to you. There was an old research paper detailing the effects of bodily fluids from individuals like us on BTs. It is only by recovering these materials that we can unearth the knowledge of the past. Not just the Death Stranding, but also the mystery of your body's unique properties and even our doom's affliction. There may well be hope for humanity.
So you're basically a lab rat without being a lab rat.
Oh, very much so. Yeah.
I want to recover the past. Oh, it's almost time.
What is dooms?
After you make your connections and nothing happens, then what? I said, then what?
Dooms is basically a... I think it can be considered an illness.
Sam, sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but I figured you'd want to hear this. Hell, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received a number of messages addressed to you. I've not taken a look myself, but I gather they're mostly from your clients. You should see if they contain any useful information. Mail can be accessed via your cufflinks, as well as the terminal in your private room. There's something else I'd like to share with you. With the Chiral Network, we now have the power to reclaim our past. Data once thought lost forever from every corner of America can be pieced back together from fragmented records. Our archives are still a work in progress, of course. But as we expand the network and integrate more way stations and cities, we'll be able to recover more and more information, such as the previous expedition's logs and reports. Everything they sent back was lost when Central Knot City was destroyed. Now we've managed to restore some already, in fact. You can access them from a private room terminal or your cufflinks by selecting Archives. Might make for interesting reading.
So, yeah, what we find now is in here, we now have people who we've interacted with send us emails, and there's a fair bit of reading, quite a bit of reading, but sometimes it's actually worth doing the reading. I'm not going to sit here and necessarily read all of these out because some of these are quite long. You don't have to read them. You can still play the game without without reading them all. But there are certainly some side missions that you will really miss out on if you don't keep an eye on the emails. Because sometimes you'll get requests from NPCs in the game to do certain things, and they can unlock some interesting little side missions and everything. In my last playthrough, there's like a major plot point it's kind of a side thing, but you get to find some background on a particular character that you otherwise wouldn't have if you weren't paying attention to the emails and doing favors for this person. I'm going to try and do it again this time so that this will become apparent later on. We're weeks away from this yet. At least a couple of weeks away anyway, depending on how fast I play through this. So yeah, this guy here is, what is it? He's the one who's going on about oxytocin. And so, basically, feeling good and all this kind of stuff and everything.
Does your birthday influence the game?
Your birthday, that's a good question. I seem to remember it has a very mild impact on something, but I forget what. The main difference it makes is...
On the wiki it says, higher levels of Doom's abilities have been observed in those born under the constellations such as Cancer, Pisces, C2.
Delphinius and Gigas. Yeah, I mean, I have this vague recollection it makes a very mild difference to something, but I'm not entirely sure if I'm remembering that correctly or not. Obviously, you can tell the fact that, like, 3 of those are not actually the what do you call them? Birth signs or anything like that. So it's kind of done there as a bit of a lark. The reason why the main impact, and kind of a spoiler, but at this point, like you'd know about it if you looked into the game at all, and you only really get to see this once a year, is if you play the game on your birthday, there's a birthday cake in your private room, and also if you get yourself in a position where you get one of the flashbacks to Mads Mikkelsen's character, he sings happy birthday to you and brings you a cake. So I've actually managed to do that. I've actually played the game. I made a point, I set a reminder to play the game on my birthday, and Mads Mikkelsen sang me happy birthday, which is really nice. So yeah, lots of background here on, things about porters and this and that and everything. Not going to get into reading that too much. The data is useful.
That's a cool Easter egg.
Yeah, that is nice. So here it's explaining what mules are, it explains what bridge babies are, it explains what timefall are. More and more stuff will be, in these interviews and stuff like that, more and more stuff gives you the background of the lore of the game. So you can do a lot of reading into lore. I seem to remember that a description of what Dooms is.
For Bridge Baby.
Bridge Baby. Yeah, that's right. I seem to remember there is one turns up that explains what Dooms is. I think you'll find us that on the wiki, all of these interviews and everything are there, so you can kind of catch up on them there. So yeah, Bridge Baby. Look, I'm kind of new here at Bridges, so I don't know if any of this will be useful to you. Still, I'm happy to talk about BBs if that's what you want. Blah, 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 blah. But I digress. Fact is, BBs were already being issued to our forces in the field before I joined Bridges. What's more, research into the little guys had already been conducted long, long ago, but no one took the plunge and put what they discovered into practical use. Still, what that did mean is that when Bridges wanted to build our own BBs...
Baby, since we are like a servant carrying him and protecting him, not giving him stress.
Most of our work has already been done for us. We just needed to follow the instruction manual, so to speak, which isn't to say that we have any idea how they work. Not how they can detect BTs or how they can connect this world to the other side. We still have much to learn about our little friends, but one thing is certain, their continued study will lead us to greater understanding of the Stranding and of life and death itself. That much I can assure you. So, yeah, as I was saying a little bit earlier, there is this suggestion that BBs are seen as technology, they're seen as tools, they're seen as machinery, basically. They've kind of figured out some of the benefits of them, but they don't know why they work. They don't know why they do what they do. They don't even know really what the ramifications necessarily are for actually using them in the way they do, which is, a little bit terrifying and a little bit horrible and a little bit terrible. But that's kind of part of the message that Kojima is leaning into here, is the way that, over the past 20, 25 years or whatever, the way we've really lent into using the internet, and it's been really useful, and it's had lots of positive effects, but it's also had lots of unforeseen downsides and things like that as well. As someone who's old enough to have lived when there was no internet and then seen it arrive and embraced it and added to it and all that kind of stuff. I've seen, the positives and the negatives, and, I've seen how it's improved my life, but also caused problems for people as well, and stuff like that. So there's this kind of underlying thread going on here of, connection, tools that we use for connection, and the positives and the negatives of them and all that kind of stuff. We get some background here on Timefall as well. What I will say is I won't go into reading through all of these. They can get quite long and everything. If anyone fancies looking at some of the background information on this stuff, all, as I say, all of these interviews and everything are available online, probably in the wiki that Seth is looking at. So it's worth doing a bit of background reading. Maybe try and not spoil yourself, obviously. So there is that danger. But yeah, all this information is there. This log just shows you all the little bits of information and everything that have cropped up on the screen, the stuff you've done and everything. Also, more and more stuff is being uncovered in the manual. There's a couple of things that have happened that I didn't know, like the calling out thing. If you press the main big, what do you even call it? That big touchpad thing in the middle of the controller, you can just like yell out and you get replies back and stuff like that. And it's just a fun little touch. I do need to remind myself how to put down signs. I can't remember how to put down signs. I'm going to have to try and remind myself that, or try and find it in here. Because I was trying to set a sign down earlier, and I couldn't remember. Or maybe it hasn't been uncovered yet. But yeah, I'm going to have to remind myself how to do that. Optimize the load. No. So, also, as you're playing a new game, you can see that you got the info markers next to stuff. Oh, putting up signs. There we go. Hold left 1 plus triangle to create a sign. Okay, we'll do a bit of that tomorrow, maybe.
You really are nerding yourself out.
Yeah, so there's loads of stuff. Loads and loads and loads of information. And more things crop up. I'm just going to go through and clear these. There we go. Photo mode. I haven't even got into the photo mode for this yet. It has got such a good photo mode. I absolutely love the photo mode in this. To the point, I've mentioned it before, I actually have a blog where when I played this the first time through, I basically did a photo blog. And I got loads and loads of photos there.
We received a distress call from the distro center staff. Check the order on the delivery terminal as soon as you're ready.
Yikes, okay, so we've got a thing that we need to do. But because my controller is getting low, I am going to leave this evening. And we'll come into doing that tomorrow. So let's do a save. Progress is saved. And I think, as much as I don't want to, because I actually really could keep going for another hour or so, but I do need to put my controller on the charge because I don't want it to die during the middle of a mission. Oh, go on then. Let's do a poop. Let's do that. I didn't do a pee as well. I should pee and poop. I don't know if he pees while he poops. I haven't figured that one out, actually. I don't think it's ever been obvious. But as you may have noticed as well, when I showered, there was that vial of liquid came out of the side of the shower. What that is that's a grenade.
From now on, you have to finish the streams like this.
Okay, you have a pee and a poop, and then we can finish.
Hey, Shy.
Can we just appreciate the fact as well that Norman Reedus's TV show is canon in this game? Right, there we go. So let's do an actual save. System, save. Right. All good, all done. And I'm going to leave it there now, as much as I don't want to. I am...
That's an actual TV show ad.
Yes, yeah, Ride... Is it Ride with Norman Reedus or something like that? I've never seen it myself, but I believe it's an actual TV show he does. It's him just riding around on motorbikes in the US. And yeah, it's an actual advert for it. Kind of a nod to his show. But it's kind of funny because it implies that in the world of Death Stranding, Norman Reedus actually exists, but he's not Sam. So Sam probably knows of this guy who used to live years and years and years ago who looked exactly like him, which is weird. Anyway, I'm going to head off now, and we'll be back tomorrow night. I will do the wind farm tomorrow night, but as...
a documentary.
Is it? Yeah, something like that, I guess it is. But yeah, there's a emergency thing that we need to go and do, so we'll kick off with that tomorrow evening, and then we'll take on the wind farm.
Looking forward to the windmill, lol.
The wind farm is an absolute bastard to get to, and it's so much fun, and it's really stressful in the best possible way. It's really fun, and it actually really ramps up the tension.
Have a good night, Dave. Hope it gets less weird.
Oh, it only gets more weird, trust me. Thanks, Val.
My first death was during the trek to the wind farm.
Oh, did you manage to actually make a crater outside the wind farm? Because that is actually one strategy for clearing the wind farm for a while. Anyway, he's basically causing a void out.
I did.
Yeah, so I think when I very, very first played this back in 2020 on the PlayStation 4, I accidentally did that as well.
What is the windmill?
You'll see tomorrow night. If you're around tomorrow night, you'll see it. It's one of the next places we need to go to. Long story short, you remember how there was a bike outside that we needed a battery for? Well, you don't use batteries. You use wireless chargers for charging vehicles and all that kind of stuff. But we haven't uncovered or unlocked the ability to create charging stations yet. So we have to go to the wind farm, which is where they have all the technology for generating power, to learn how to create the charging stations. And then we can come back and build the charging stations so we can charge up that first bike. And then it all kind of takes off from there. So again, this first section, this first bit of the map is sort of a tutorial, but it's all little missions. They're a bit harder than the previous ones, and unlock some lore and also unlock some tools and stuff like that.
Oh, yes, I use a charger to charge my bike.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be like that. Right, I'm going to head off before this controller completely dies. Thanks for being here, Val. Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh, anything that gets that bike running sounds fun.
Yeah, once we get the bike going, then things start to speed up a bit, and it becomes more and more fun. Thanks for being here, Sus. Thanks for being here, Val and Bear and Lisa, and I think Kenny may still be out there as well.
Everyone.
I'm so glad you were all here to see me play what is unquestionably my favourite game. I'm sure it's probably come across that I actually am quite excited about it and love playing it. So I'm glad you were all here. Hopefully we're all here for the ride.
Yes, Sus, but never mind.
So, yeah,
night.
Thanks for being here, guys. And if there's anyone else watching over our shoulders, thanks for being here and watching too. We always appreciate it. And to anyone who may catch this recording at some point in the future, thanks for watching as well. And good night.